Just a year after announcing they were coming to Missoula, TDS Fiber is rolling out its service, hooking up customer number one here on the west side of Missoula on Monday. The official rollout happened in the rapidly growing neighborhood west of North Reserve on Fleet Street, where retired K-12 librarian and teacher Tava Smathers told me the new connection was going to be a major leap forward for her continued efforts at remote teaching.
When I retired from Colorado and came back up here, the university offered me the chance to teach several classes and be part of the department, as an adjunct, of course. And it was really cool, and I'm happy they did.
So tell me a little bit of how does this connection help you out with that?
Well, everything's online, and some of our students are, we have a lot of Montana students, but we also have students from Oregon, Ohio. I had one student in Egypt taking the classes about 3 or 4 years back, and so I think that it just really helps. We don't do a lot of Zoom online because they're in so many different places and they're full-time teachers, most of them. But just the fact that I don't have to worry about my work being lost, and also I have to admit I love to binge series that I'm crazy about, and so
it's good for work and play.
Absolutely.
Our very first customer in Missoula, and we could not be more excited about this. TDS Fiber has been digging since last March of 23, and it's been a long time coming, but I think a little bit of the excitement build up and anticipation was kind of worth it, and it made it even more fun.
What happens? Explain that to people so they don't understand how the rollout actually works on something like this.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, without getting too complicated, obviously there's a whole infrastructure that backs up that one little fiber line that goes to your home. But that's the key word right there. We are fiber all the way to your home. So you never touch a traditional legacy network like copper. And that's where you get your slowdowns. So fiber's fast because we're the speed of light. So what we do is we try to do a horizontal drilling technique. It's a trenching technique, so we don't disturb your landscaping. You'll have an entry hole, an exit hole right next to your foundation. We go right in, so easy peasy. And we just try to leave the yard as better than we found it. Sometimes we have to go aerial, but even then, no disturbance there. And then once you're hooked up, you're seeing symmetrical fiber speeds. So your upload and download are just as fast.
I've been watching fiber optic installations for more than 20 years now, and it's amazing how quickly the connections are made nowadays using a thin wire that's as small as a household power cord. How do you like the idea, too, of having that kind of reliable connection? Does that make a difference, too, in terms of thinking about, hey, what else can I do with this kind of connectivity?
Absolutely. We have a little music set up in the garage and stuff, and it's nice for Randy to be able to send files back and forth with people that he's known and, worked on just little projects with. And some of those files are really huge. And so we either have to go to Google Drive and look at and wait for it to download. And so I think it could be really helpful. We're just like, what can we do? What can we do?
We brand our fiber as future proof. So as you're looking for your needs in the future, even if you're starting with our base speed of 300 symmetrical megabytes a second, that is still as fast as almost anyone could ever need for streaming, for gaming, you name it. But then we're very scalable, and because we're month to month, you're not locked into any particular contract. So once you want to jump up to the next speed, just give us a buzz, we'll hook you up.
And conversely, I'm sure be able to step down. If the kids leave home and you don't have the Xbox on all the time, it's adjustable.
Absolutely it is. Yeah, in fact, we have a couple of different types of packages, including a price for life, so you never pay more.
Well, Chase, tell me, when you guys show up at the door and you're talking to folks, what's kind of the process here for people to find out more about getting hooked up?
Absolutely. So our main purpose here as DSR's direct sales representative is to be a helping hand. So we're here to let them know what we're doing, give them the options to register for our services. Right now, except for this install, this is our first install, we're doing a pre-registration for most of Missoula, which is an early sign-up. It does cost $1, and with that, we just basically build a package for the future needs of their homes. As you spoke with Ryan, we are the future of internet, so we're offering different packages for your needs.
So now if you come to the door and I'm not quite sure, or maybe if I register and get on the list, I'm not quite sure what those needs are going to be. How can you help somebody answer that question?
Yeah, so we try to be knowledgeable about how people are using their internet. So we kind of do a little bit of questioning and see how that works for them. But the nice part is we offer no contracts. So even if you registered and you decided you want to change something after learning a little bit more about your uses, you can call us up. And that's the other thing is we're direct sales reps. You get our cell phones. So we're a real person here in Missoula you can actually talk to.
We have local salespeople that you can work with, and is actually the preferred method because we're all Missoulians and we want to keep things right here. So instead of calling an 800 number, you just talk to a couple of the guys that I work with and they'll be right there to help you. TDSfiber.com is another great resource, but we really want to work with you face to face.
Tell me about timing then, because I think that's what everybody is always asking. You know, we've known about this since the announcement. We know you've been doing some work. What if you're out there, what's kind of the timing?
Absolutely. So it all depends on what neighborhood you're in. Obviously, we're out here on Fleet Street. So Fleet was one of the very first distributed fiber networks, or DFNs, that we built. And everything has to do with permitting and construction time, etc. So as you're looking through the summer, we're hoping to hook up about 1,700 homes in Missoula this year as an end goal. And we'll just scale from there with a goal of 35,000 homes currently is our goal. But as Missoula grows and Lolo grows, we can go up from there.
If you'd like to learn more about fiber service, TDS reps will be hosting a free forum at the Missoula Public Library from 6 to 7:30 p.m. next Tuesday, April 16th on the 4th floor. In Missoula, Dennis Bragg for Montana News Now.